Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day. As always, now in the last episode we made the farmer's market where we are currently trading goods, making livestock, and I'm pretty sure down here we still have our little pig farm, which is always good. Now I've been making some improvements since then. I'm going to run you through those first before we start building today. You can see we're making a decent amount of money. We're making about £13,500 with a capital of 133 at the minute, which is good, and we've got some decent demand. So like I said in the last episode, I like to let the city run for a little bit once I've made my improvements, so we have a decent amount of money to be playing with when we come back in the next episode, which is a good way of doing it. But let me run you around the city very quickly. So I've added a few things. We now have a university. We have universities in main areas of the city. We've probably got more than we actually need, but that is fine. And I've also got an upgraded a ton of the roads. So we now have roads that have trees on the side. These are good because these calm down noise pollution, and they just make people that little bit happy. You know, I'm trying to increase land value. We've got some parks. We've got some bits and bobs like that, which is always nice. Let me take you over here. Oh, that reminds me as well. Yeah, you're probably crying at the look of this road. Believe me, I've grown to love it in my own weird way. But this is very much sorted out our traffic issue here. I've put a roundabout here so they can go in there. I'd like to call this roundabout the egg because for some reason it came out like an egg. It's actually one of the pre-built ones. I didn't do it myself, but it came out like an egg. So yeah, that's fine. And I've put a separate area here for the dustbin men to be able to come around to this side, because they kept having to go onto this roundabout to get round to here to go down there. So I made a little way here so they can kind of go straight over. So there is that. And over here I've added another university, so somewhere around here we should be able to see it. We got a high school. Oh no, it's over here. This is the one. Yeah, here's the university. Look at everyone going to school. We've got 372 students in there at the minute. The biggest and most fullest of them, I believe, is it this one? 564. No, there is another one around here. Is that it? High school. Or it might just be those. I think I only made 2 to start with. Yeah. But that's pretty much that. I've upgraded a lot of these roads with the tree-lined roads, as well as adding some more amenities. You know, we needed a medical clinic, elementary school, firehouse, decent park up here because people are moaning about land value being decreased. And over time, I've been removing all the garbage from my landfills so that we can have it going into, not the coal power plants, so we can have it going to the incineration plants, because we're currently looking pretty good on garbage. So if we have a look here at garbage production, because this is the one we worry about now. We don't really worry about landfill storage anymore. We're trying to slowly move away from landfills. So garbage production per week is 150,592 units, and we currently have the capacity for 240,000 units a week of garbage. So we've got more than enough. I just need to make sure that I spreaded the facilities out so that we could go ahead and you know, our garbage trucks could get to places a little bit easier. So there is that, and we have got a business going out over here, unfortunately. Now, one thing that we are having an issue with, and it's starting to slowly crop up. You can see we've got many more houses over here. I made another little district over here. It's just houses, that's all it is. But the big thing we're having problems with is not enough customers or educated work. Yeah, not enough educated workers. So because we're getting to a point in our city now where a lot of our areas are upgrading, as shops and towns upgrade, they require better workers. So this is kind of a high-class area, you know. This is a new one. M&H clothing isn't that great. This one's being built at the minute, and we'll have workers coming. It's not even built yet. Don't start moaning right away. But as we have these areas come up, you'll see that we're getting 3-star buildings across here. This will be a 3-star very soon. And as we get these 3-star buildings, we need highly educated people to be able to facilitate them, and we need universities for that. So that's why I built the universities. Hopefully we're going to be able to have people, you know, moving in eventually, which is going to be very nice. I'm going to start districting these at some point as well. But for now, it's working. Another little thing that I did make, if we have a look down here, is you see we have the Opera House. Yes, I made an Opera House. Very expensive, but we're having visitors come in, which isn't all that bad. There is something else I made around here like that, but I can't remember where I put it. It's somewhere. Yeah. Another thing that I've done, if we have a look over here, which is helping out a great deal, I must admit, is I've been playing with walkways. Now, I haven't generally yeah, it looks a little bit weird, but I don't really play with walkways that much. I decided to give it a go, and I'm actually really surprised with how well they work. You know, if people want to be able to get to work, or they want to be able to get to university, then maybe they don't want to drive, you know, and less cars on the road is good for us, because that means we don't have to worry about traffic that much. You can see at the minute, my traffic is actually pretty good. Don't really have much of a problem with traffic at all. And I think these roads, or these walkways, are definitely helping out with that. If we have a look down here, you can see all these people walking around, and if we click on one of them, you'll see that this guy is going to work. He works at the bus depot. This one is going home. This person here is going to work. Let's see if we can see someone going to school or going to university. Going to work. Let's have a little looky-see over here. Have we got anyone on our... we have. This one's going home. Going to work. Going home. And a lot of these people work at the university as well. You know, that's pretty good. University student. So people are using these walkways to get themselves back and forth from these areas here. And it's, you know, it's helping out a great deal. I'm quite happy about that. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making an area over here, I think. And we're having, like I say, we're having these issues where people need educated workers, but I also need an area to facilitate larger amounts of educated workers, because eventually we're going to be able to stock up on educated workers via the universities that we've got. We're going to need a decent area to be able to put those, and I'm thinking of having an actual industrial area that's going to be more about the big high-rise buildings, you know, business, proper business. So we're going to be going into that. And we've had a look down here, we'll see that we've actually got the access to that now. My city's grown to a certain size in which we can now access these areas down here. For instance, we can access the office zones, which I want to get into. We can also look into the high density and the high density residential and commercial. So we can start going into those. High density residential requires high density commercial, and once we have a decent amount of educated workers, we'll be able to, you know, the office zone's actually going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to put another one of these in. Now, I know we've got a lot of them, but they really work so well, and that's what's amazing about them. So if we have a look down here, let's have a gander at the roads that we can be abusing. And we want to use something like this. Now, I was looking at this one, I was thinking, well, this one looks mega fancy. And I am very much thinking about giving it a shot. But for now, I think we're just going to go with another freeway intersection, because I do like this one. And we're going to have it going off over this way. So we're going to want to move it around like that. We want it to basically fit in there. That's going to be another one of those. It's going to cost us 16,320, so it's not all that bad. But we're going to want to be able to delete all these roads. You can see as well, I've been using dirt tracks. These have been really good. These dirt tracks are helping out so much. The main reason why I did dirt tracks is because when you get these corners like this, you can't actually put a one-way road in between them. It doesn't fit. So dirt tracks do fit between these buildings, like here. So, yeah, there's that. Plus more walkways that you can see people going to work and from the shops. So, yes. But let's knock some of this down. So we're going to get rid of these areas here. There we go. We're going to make sure it fits in nicely in the middle. So let's get our road tool out. We want you to fit right in here. That looks perfect to me. I want it to bend around just a little bit. Like that. Yeah. Woof. Good times. And are you not... Oh my god, you didn't connect up over there. You never would you? Alright, let's go ahead and delete you. And we'll get ourselves another piece of road. We want to get ourselves some motorway. Actually, no, we want regular motorway. And you're going to go like this. And, you know, these never connect up nicely. It's just the way it is. Eventually, we might have something that works like that. But, you know, for now, that's not bad compared to that little little thing there. And my previous attempt at a crossover. But for now, that will do the trick. So what we're going to have is we're going to have some roads coming down here. I'm going to go with the same type of thing that we have here, having the two-way roads, or the one-way roads, coming up along there. I'm still not using any traffic lights. You may think I'm mental. You're probably right. But I'm not using traffic lights, and it's working pretty well so far. I'm thinking that we might actually bring this onto a roundabout, because I do like roundabouts. So let's get ourselves... And I've been kind of cheaty with my roundabouts. Some of you are going to think this is a bad way of doing it, but I quite like it. So we're going to add a giant roundabout about here. About here. Yeah, we'll go with that. Cool, cool. And now what we can do is we can grab ourselves our delete tool. And this is such a cheeky way of doing it, but it gives me a good circle, and I'm really bad at doing circles. So let's do this. So we're going to bring you, and you're currently going that way, aren't you? You're going back onto the road. Okay, so we want, and I hope this is the right type of road, we want to bring you out like that. It's a little bit too big, isn't it? Alright, we'll get rid of that. We don't want it that big. We'll go with you. So we'll have, yeah, we'll do that. So we'll have you like that. Oh, that's still way too big. It's huge. Let's pick another road. This is just a regular motorway road, isn't it? Alright, let's grab you. Oh, can we have it kind of bending round? That could look real funky. Let's do that. Oh, that looks cool. Alright, so we'll do that. And then we want another road coming up this way. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So we want another road coming up this way from around about here. Like that. Oh, that looks real cool. So we'll have that. They can come and go whenever they please. And we want more roads coming off over this way. So what we're going to have, I think, is we're going to have one coming off over here, which can come down this way. But we're probably just going to go with these roads from now. So we'll have one that comes up over here. We'll have one coming right up here. And we'll have another one coming over here. Why not? That should allow us to get some decent traffic flow. Now, another thing that I do like to do on these roads is for here. Because sometimes you don't want people coming on the highway. It just makes it a real pain in the butt. I like to use these guys. So what we'll have is we'll have a road kind of like that. So people can easily make their way along there and get straight onto the road. It's just a nicer way of doing it, I think. The same for here. So if people want to quickly come along here, they can fly off of there and come down here. And it's actually kind of, you know, starting to look slightly symmetrical, which is that's something I'm not very good at, but I'm giving it a try. Now, let's worry about water and power. So let's have a look how we're doing. So water is looking pretty good, but we're going to want to bring water lines along. So let's make sure that we have some of these. So we'll bring you from here over to here. How much money we got? 173,000. We got buttloads, so we do not have to worry about that. We'll bring you along here. Bring you along here. And there. Cool beans. That will do for now. And we need to also worry about electric, don't we? So let's get ourselves some electric pylons. I'm actually thinking I might give this place its... No, let's not do that. I was about to say, let's give it its own power pylons, but for now, we're just going to do this. And when it starts growing out, we can, you know, we can move them back a little bit so we get a decent amount of space right here. So that's going to do that for us. So water and power is now set in stone, which is always good. We're going to want these people to be able to make their way across it. It's going to be very important. So I'm thinking I might actually bring another road along the top. So if we kind of did this. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, no. I just realised what I did. I'm in the realms of no return when it comes to using these roads. There we go. We'll do that. Is that going to work out for us? I think it'll be okay. So let's grab ourselves this guy. This is what I wanted. And we'll bring you up here. You can come down here. So we have a couple of ways to access this area, which is nice. And I'm probably also going to want it to connect over here. But I think this is a off-ramp. And this is only to be able to get back into the main city. I would rather people use this area here, I think. So we'll stick with that for the time being, as well as making sure that our water now does stretch out across there as well. So we want that to come like that. Cool, cool. Let's let things run a little bit so I can make sure that our water is just fine. Looks good to me. And now we can start planning where we're going to be able to have it. We've actually got guys using this area already. Like, there's nothing here. It's for people that literally want to be able to get back onto the motorway and go the other direction, which is fine. You know, if they want to do that, they can do that. We've got a decent roundabout here now just for that. So let's start thinking about business. We want big areas, workable areas. So we're going to want to get ourselves some roads. And we're going to place them literally like this. And I want to try and take up as much space as I can. So that will do there. That will do there. That will do there. Cool beans. I think that's going to do for now. Let's get ourselves some more water as well. Ooh. There we go. Good stuff. Alright. I wonder if this is going to work. You know, I've never tried to do these large business areas, but I'm kind of excited to see if it's actually going to do its thing. And we still haven't got any... Still haven't got any traffic lights, which is great. So, let's go ahead and give this an area to build on. We're going to use large commercial buildings. I'm scared to do this because I don't know how it's going to work. Because I've never actually built these before, but I'm also weirdly excited. So, we'll do that. And I'm thinking of having some housing actually over this way, but yeah. So we'll have those areas there. We don't actually have anything building there at the minute, so I guess they're going... Oh, I can see something happening. Hello! It's actually getting built. That's great. I wonder if people are actually going to come down here to work, though. This is my biggest concern. So we might need a road coming down over here. But I think people can get to work from here. I don't think it's going to be that hard. I like how people are using this area, though, to be able to get back to home over here. You know, if you want to do that and it makes life a little bit easier for yourself, then feel free to do it. We are going to need some amenities down here. The fire is going to be one thing. So let's give ourselves a fire station. And you know what? While we're building that, we might as well just kind of pop here. So we'll do it there. And do we really have to worry about anything else? It's going to be nice to have bus routes. That's going to be one thing. I would actually like to set up away from our areas here a tube station. Now, I've never actually done that before, but I think it could be fun. We've actually got a fire over here. Ah, there we go. We're good. Good times. And we've actually sorted out our issues down here. Have we sorted them out? Yeah, we have. Look. We have the workers that are required to do the jobs that are needed. And we're starting to get office buildings in, which is sick. Although, one other thing that I think we might need is a police station. We've got 157,000. We could actually put a giant one in. This could cover so much land, because I'm looking to build right off down here. Could actually be worth doing that, and we could put it right on the edge there. Yeah, let's do that. Cool beans. Oh, that's a really big fire station, but it does look mega cool. You should have electric. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. So we're going to start getting this in. This is going to count as industry, I believe. Yeah, industry or offices. So we're going to, you know, the demand for that will slowly rise. But eventually this is going to be a large, booming business area of office workers. You know, paper pushers. That's exactly what we need down here. As well as maybe some more housing. Who knows? But they're actually, you know, they're making dollar. And they're doing work. What is this? This is Solutions, Inc. We have, that's a top banking. Solutions. Top banking. Solutions? Customer service. Oh, well, there we go. Oh, solutions again. Let me guess. Business banking. Trident accounting. I was close. I was close. But it's working. It's looking quite nice. So let's set up a tube network. Because eventually this is all going to be office buildings, which is going to be very important. As well as housing, we've got this whole area over here to be playing with. So maybe what we're going to want is housing coming over here. I don't really know if I want to properly do that, but I guess we could give it a try. Can we build over this? Yes, we can. Sweet. So we'll do that, and we're going to have lanes coming off down over this way. It might actually be worth having another roundabout here. I am thinking about doing that, to be honest. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get rid of you for now, and we're going to bring you down. So let's page down. There we go. That actually looks like a semi-viable bridge. it's not amazing, but there's something going on right there. And we're going to get ourselves... This is going to be high residential. So these are going to kind of be our dumb labour... No, I don't want to say dumb labourers. If we're going to have them here, we're actually going to want them to be highly educated, because they're going to be next to the office building area. So I think, you know, we could still do that. So let's get ourselves a small roundabout. We're going to pop you right there. Cool beans. We're going to be cheaty again. We're going to delete these so I don't have to mess around with doing the perfect circle. And we will pop you back into there. Sweet. So there's that. Now we've got areas to be able to span off from. We're going to have one coming down here. Actually, we're going to kind of want it to look a little bit weird, but we want to try and, you know, get as much ground in as we can. So we'll do that. I would actually really like to be able to connect to that motorway, but we're not going to do it just yet, so we'll do that. Space already occupied. What is it occupied with? Doesn't look occupied to me. Is it the trees? No. Alright, we'll do it that way if you want to do it that way. Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll bring you off here. Actually, we're going to try and bring these again as close as we can. So let's bring you, like, here. There we go. We'll do the same along here. And we'll do the same along here. Let's bring in a little bit more, though. Cool beans. So that should work quite nicely for us. And this is where we're going to have our high-density residential to start with. You know, it's not going to be perfect, but it is going to work. I would like to actually see if I can bring you up, but I think we're too close. What is that? Did I just make a... Oh, look! It worked! I didn't even know I could do that. Okie dokie. So I'll bring you along here as well. There we go. So we have a way to access those two areas. And what we're going to do is we'll have more areas down here for shopping, but for now this is going to be regular residential. Let's make sure that we have some water coming along here, because that's going to be mighty important. I can see ourselves needing to make another water producing area fairly soon, but for now this should do the trick. There we go. Good stuff. So we'll have that. And we're also going to want power coming over here, so let's grab it from here. Bring you along. Bring you along here. And we'll drop you there. Good stuff. Okie doke. How are we actually looking for power and water? Because we've been doing a lot of stuff that could use it up. We're actually not looking that bad. Alright, so let's start doing this. So I've never built these before, but I'm super excited to see how it works. We're going to build them along here like this. And these are going to be high residential buildings. So we'll have a large mass of people in a small area. That's exactly what we're going for right here. But we do want them to be educated. So we need to worry about the regular amenities that we generally have. I'm actually thinking of putting another cemetery around here. So I'm going to do that. So let's put another cemetery up here somewhere, where it's not going to, you know, invade on other people's privacy. Actually, we could put it over here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll pop you there. Let's have another fire station, because that doesn't reach just over here. So we'll pop you right on the edge there. There we go. And we want to make sure that we have schooling, because that's also very important. So we'll have schooling. I want it to reach the whole place. That's kind of... I guess that'll kind of do. And we want something like a high school as well. It's 24,000. This is very expensive. Do I really want to invest in a high school straight away? Maybe. Okay, alright. Well, let's make sure that we have at least a police department around here. We'll put you, like, there. Cool, cool. Alright, they're probably going to moan because they haven't got power, but they'll get power fairly soon. So we'll have those there like that. And once we have some buildings popping up here, which they will do fairly soon, let's make sure we have these areas filled in. So we'll do you there as well. There we are. Yeah, cool beans. So that's going to do that for us. We are going to want to make sure that we have some commercial coming in fairly soon. And I'm thinking of doing a little commercial area down here, which is going to be high density commercial. Again, very important. Let's make sure that we have this coming up over here as well. So it connects to the cemetery. They should build fairly fast because we do have a high demand for it. But I think because we're building high density, our demand should go down faster because there's going to be more people per block. I guess that's how it's going to work. Yes, good stuff. Alright, so I actually want to try this, you know, this tram system out before we go. So let's have a look. So we want to look at something like metro. Now, we do actually have these, but I don't want to get too involved in it just yet. So the first metro station, I would like to build kind of around here. But it's going to be right in the middle of town. You know, it's going to be noisy. I feel people could moan about it. It might be worth actually building it off kind of over here. It might actually work. Let's give it a try. Let's go ahead and grab our road tool. And we're actually going to use the dirt roads because, like I said before, I don't think we'll be able to fit that in there without destroying buildings. I don't want to be destroying buildings, but we can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this out along here. like that. And we'll bring you along. And out. And up to here. Cool, cool. And they should still be able to access this fairly well. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. So we'll pop a one here. But it might need to be in the middle of town. I don't know. Alright, we'll have one there. Let's build another one around here. These guys in the middle are going to moan, but you know what? That's kind of tough, isn't it? So we'll have another one right here. And this is good because it's right next to school. So we'll have one there. How much we got? 27,000. So we might need to, you know, it's going to get a little bit expensive. So we'll have one there. Let's have another one around here. Now, this is high residential. I don't think people need to moan that much around here. So I'll have another one kind of here. And let's look at linking these up. So how much is this going to cost to link these up? Is it going to be that expensive? Whoa! That is expensive. Okay, let's look at taking out a loan. Let's take a big one. Yeah. Nice. We're making a load of money. We don't have to worry about this sort of stuff. So let's grab transport. And we're going to bring one over. Oh my lord, this is expensive. We'll bring one over to here. One over to here. And oh my but Jesus, that is, how much money is that? 35? That's insane. How much do these cost? These cost 15,000. I don't know if you actually have to. I don't actually know if you need to link them back up. You know, trams kind of go back and forth, don't they? Maybe we don't even need to link them back up. We could have one around here. Let's pop one right here. And see if we can get that to connect. No, we need a little bit more money than that, but that's fine. So let's try and plan some routes and see if we can do this. So we want one going from here to here. Yeah, happy people. One up to here. There we go. And all the way back. Oh, it actually worked. So we can go from there to there to there and back. We're obviously going to want to be able to get some more money eventually. And we're making 10,000 per week at the minute. So I don't really have to worry too much about that. But it does mean that we now have a working tram line. I'm going to keep calling it a tram line. For some reason, I don't know why. But we have a working underground subway system, which now is actually functional. And we should be able to see, if we have a look, that we have trams again, that we have them running eventually. You can see my real whiffy bus routes when I do this. Oh, we need some power down here, don't we? Okie dokie. Let's give you a little bit of power. There we go. Alright, so I've let the city run for a little while. And I would like to show you the outcome of making this area, because everything has a cause and effect in this, and we have had a cause and effect, which I think is actually, in a way, good, but also very interesting. So we made this area down here. All I've let it do is I've let it grow out, and I've implemented a couple of schools and universities to this area, which is kind of cool. You know, some people are moaning about the sound being a little bit too high in their area, but that's fine. You know, we could put something behind there or whatnot. They're going to moan. They're in a high density area. What can you expect? But let's look at the cause and effect of building this high density area here, as well as high density commercial and office zones, which require well-educated people to be able to work there. It's had a big effect on our industry, which is something that I expected to happen, but I didn't know it happened this fast. And you can have a look down here. Places are going out of business very fast, and people are running out of workers. You can see here that we don't have any workers. We don't have any workers. And if we have a look over this way, the farming area is also going downhill. But we're making money. We're making more money than we was when we started doing that. Now, that sounds kind of weird because industry's going out. But there is a good reason behind this. We have been spending a lot of time building universities and schools, making sure that people have a correct education, and they want to be able to put their education to use, don't they? You know, you don't want to be working in a farm or a factory when you have a high-class education. So all the people that were working here that we had that were over-educated have now started moving their way down here. And they've started moving into here. And that's pretty much the way it's going to go. And you know what? I haven't got really much of a problem with that. Less industry means less pollution. Less pollution is also good for our city as well. So you may think this is a bad thing, that we have a lot of areas going out of business, but really, I actually think it's kind of a good thing. You know, we're making more money, we have more people moving into the city, we're having a lot of people move into the city, and industry is booming, and we're having a large demand for commercial, because this area down here is doing great. You know, we have a lot of people coming in. There are a few things that we need to take care of, though. So, do we try and revamp this area? I don't know. Maybe we could do. Maybe I could make another area over here for the uneducated. But would we not prefer everyone in our city to have a decent education? I think I would, to be honest. And cities aren't really made on... Well, you know, you start with... Every city is a small town, isn't it, when it starts? A farming town, a industry town, but they eventually move into a big, booming land like that. You know, it starts growing, doesn't it? And you can't live off potatoes for the whole of the city. So... maybe it's a good thing that we did this, but there are a few other issues that we need to look into, so I'm going to keep a close eye on this. I'm going to see how much goes under, and if it's actually going to have an effect on us, because if we make more money without these areas from improving our main identity area, well, I'm going to stick with that. So these guys, unfortunately, are probably going to go down the pan, but hey, we'll see. But another thing that needs sorting out is this area here. So many people want to come and work in our nice industry area, you know, our high residential and commercial and office zones. No one's working here anymore. Nobody's working here anymore. So they all want to come to here, and I wasn't expecting that to happen. So we've got some traffic problems. Yep. But I have a pretty good way of being able to sort this out. What we're going to do, and we're going to do this in the next episode, not this episode because we're going to be rounding this one up very soon. We're going to be building some more flyovers over this way. We're going to be buying this land down here. And we're going to be setting up a rail network as that runs straight through the main area of our... I'm going to call this our main... You know, this is the beginning of our city area. So we're going to do that. We'll have it coming up here. It's going to be glorious. But there we go, guys. That's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always. And bye-bye.